Brittany here with your 20.2 update show. For 20.2, we saw a long workout. It was a 20-minute AMRAP of 4 dumbbell thrusters, which was a new movement for the CrossFit Open. We have never done dumbbell thrusters before. And then following that was 6 toes to bar and 24 double unders, as many rounds as you possibly can. I think what we saw with this workout is, yes, it was super long and the pace really had to be set from the very beginning. But those who paced it out wisely were able to move through smoothly and still get a ton of rounds in. Even from the top athletes, we saw people get 30 rounds, not just from the scaled, which I think is super impressive and I thought was kind of like the goal of the entire thing. Let's see if anyone can get to that 27, 28, 29, even 30 rounds. And we did have some of those people here at our own gym. So let's go through first the team standings. Going into week 2, we saw that WOD Now, Wine Later, Beer Chasers were leading the way with WOD Squad following back behind them, and Only in Your Dreams in 3rd place. This week, after week 2 is done and over and the scores are in, we still have that same standing. So WOD Now followed by WOD Squad followed by Only in Your Dreams. However, WOD Squad is tightening up that point gap. This week we have, for our total standings, WOD Now with 109 points, WOD Squad following with 103, so just barely trailing back behind them, shortening up that gap, and then Only in Your Dreams in 3rd with 89 points, which still isn't that far away. So that is your team standings. We still have 3 more weeks left, 3 more opportunities to gather more points and get your team in that 1st place spot. And surprise extra points. As of now, I'm going to reach out to the coaches or the team leaders of your teams, and you guys will decide 2 movements that you guys think we might see in the workout this week. If one of your movements is in the workout this week, you will get 3 points towards your team's totals. If both of them are in that, then that's 6 points up for grabs. So each team, talk amongst each others, decide together what 2 movements we might see in the CrossFit Open this week. All right, let's now go into the individual standings. So this week, since we now have 2 workouts in, I'm gonna break this up by 20.2 leaders, and then we'll go through all of that, and then we'll follow that with the overall leaders. So in our 20.2 men's scaled, this was probably the closest out of any of the divisions. We have John Bryce in the lead, getting 928 reps. But listen to this, 2nd place was Ben with 227 reps. Yes, that is right, just 1 rep separating those 2. And both of them over the 900 mark. Great job, guys. And then in 3rd place, we have Dan Banuki. So that was your individual men's scale division. Now, in your individual women's scale division, we have Jasmine in 1st place, followed by Anna. So there we go. We see that family feud coming on in. And then in 3rd place, we have Jasmine Tamayo. For our 45 and over men, we have Eddie leading the way with James Blowers following after, and then Greg Beach in 3rd. For our 45 women, we have Gina also breaking that 900 rep mark with 919 reps in this workout. Elba and then Amelia. Now, if you, just as a heads up, if you did RX, I put you in the RX division just for this workout. So now we'll go on with the RX women. RX women starts with Ruby. In 2nd place is Kathleen Fanucchi, who is also in the 45 and over division. However, she did this RX, super impressive. And then we have Janae following in 3rd for 20.2. And then for our men's RX, we have Chris Whitlow leading the way, getting 19 rounds on that. Evan in 2nd, and Drew in third. And guess what? This one as well was separated by just 1 rep. Super fun to watch. Love that chase. So those are your individual winners for 20.2. All right, now let's go over our overall individual standings. So we're gonna start off with the men's scales. We have Chris Amaral leading the way because he did happen to do last week's workout, 20.2 RX, so that gave him a little bit of the advantage here. Then in second place is Dan Finucchi, followed by Ben. I would also like to mention that Josh is just 3 points away from breaking in to that third place spot. So a close race here for the scaled men's. Now we're switching over to the women's scaled. In first place we have Janae, followed by Jasmine Tamayo. Once again, we have a close race here because there's only 1 point separating Anna from getting into that third place spot. So this week's workout will definitely be that tiebreaker, and we'll see that there's a couple ties too leading on into the women's RX later on, but I think this upcoming week is a great opportunity for people to kind of pull into that lead, push a little bit harder, take them to that dark place and see if they can bump up into a couple spots above them. Now in our 45 and up category, we're gonna start off with the men's. We have Eddie leading the way, team captain going there. Then we have James and Greg Beach in a tie. So as I just mentioned, this week out will maybe kind of even out these ties, split a couple people apart. So great opportunity right there for each one of those guys. Then we have in our 45 women and 45 years old and up women's category, Kathleen Finucchi leading the way with Callie right behind her and Gina in third. Now in our men's RX, this has been pretty consistent right here. We have Chris Whitwell leading the way, and then Evan, and then Drew. Then in our women's RX, we have a tie between Ruby and Tanya. It's been a toss-up there. Ruby has won 1 workout and Tanya has won another. They're the only 2 RX women's. So we're gonna keep on seeing who takes over on these workouts. And now, there are some honorable mentions that I want to definitely get out there for 20.2. So our first shout out goes to the 900 and up club, Gina, Ben, and John Bryce. I think that is super impressive. So special shout out to those 3 people, I'm not gonna call them guys, Gina, Ben, and John Bryce for breaking that 900 rep mark. For my honorable outfit mention of the week, I'm gonna do a huge shout out once again to John Bryce. I'll be sure to tag the picture or link the picture to this video, but if you didn't see John and Deidre, they came in as one good looking couple. Not that they always aren't good looking, but you can definitely see in this picture that John Bryce looks a little bit different than what he normally does with that long flowing hair. And Deidre, always looking great. Love the Thor in the Superwoman outfit. So those are my 2 shout outs for outfits. And then one other shout out that we had from another coach goes out to Sergio. This week we saw Sergio really be able to show how much he has improved in just his mobility and his overall movement patterns in this workout. In this workout, Sergio had to go through, or everyone had to go through 4 squats every single time, and we had to do it with dumbbells, which make it that much harder because you're a little bit unstable. But every single rep, he was getting to below depth with great technique, and you could just really see the improvement shine through this workout. And that's what I think the Open is about. It's not just about, okay, let's like push ourselves and die and, you know, get super stressed out because like this is gonna be our 1 shot at this workout, or maybe you're doing it for a 2nd shot. What the Open should really be about is this entire year, you guys have put in a ton of hard work. And that's really where you guys take those strides. But the Open is about what we say all the time, the fun part, like really just enjoying and really celebrating the improvements that you've made throughout the years. If we think back on this year, how many of you guys have PR'd? Whether it's in a lift, in a workout, in a row, in any sort of way. I want you to like secretly raise your hand in your head. And if that's you, heck yeah, this workout is a celebration of you hitting those PRs and coming in the gym and being consistent. And that's what we want this to be, a celebration, not anything stressful. So shout out once again to Sergio for all the hard work that you've put in mobility wise, focusing on your technique, and it really shined through this week on 20.2. That's your recap of this past week. Now looking on to this upcoming week, our theme is going to be twinsies. Just to clarify for you guys can twin up with anybody you want. They do not have to be on your same team. So find a friend, call them up, decide what you guys are gonna wear. You guys can dress like a certain character, or you guys can just wear the same color outfit. You guys do not have to come to the same class time, but have fun dressing up with a friend, game planning that together. So that's this upcoming week's theme. Reminder, Friday Night Lights starts at 5 o'clock. Make sure you guys come in, earn your team a couple extra points, especially if you're trying to catch a WOD Now, Wine Later, Beer Chasers. And then double reminder here, Dave Castro has already put out the hint for 20.3. You know what, guys? I have no guesses according to what that picture is. Now, don't forget, you guys talk amongst each other, teams, decide 2 movements as a team that you guys think that we'll see this week in 20.3. Each correct answer earns 3 points towards your team total. So that is your fun extra point opportunity of the week. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let's have another great week. Talk to you guys later. Bye.